Do you remember Tower Blitz? The game I made a video that got over 1 million views on? The game that at some point had more players than TDS? The game that seemed like it was going to be the next big tower defense game of Roblox? And then, it just faded away. Videos were no longer made on it, the player count dropped, here's where it's at today. Well, what really happened? And how's the game like today? That's what I'm going to be trying to find out. So hop into full screen, like, subscribe, and let's go check up on Tower Blitz. So here I am inside of their lobby. You join the game by simply pressing play and then creating a server. I remember this system being new and revolutionary. As it turns out, I got trolled. I have negative 100 million and it was Nim. I'm going to put him up on screen. I'm going to take a moment to publicly shame him because I can't buy anything now. But besides that, here's all the towers in the game. And this includes a tower called Elite that, not saying anything, but maybe it's named after somebody. Anyways, one more look at the lobby. You can either spawn here or there. The game has challenges and skins, which were out way before TDS had them in any other tower defense game, really. And there's also a battle pass from an event a long time ago. You can actually still play it if you go into the chapter section. Anyways, here we go on Skylands, where I can put a bunch of modifiers if I want, which I don't because those will make it too hard. Now I'm going to run a game of hard here because expert is way too difficult. Trust me, I've tried it, I cannot do it with the stuff that I have. In this first clip here, I'm using snipers to defend the early game and trying to get a little bit of farming up with markets. Only problems are that the waves skip too fast and snipers a little too weak. But after that, it gets pretty chill. I should mention the farm in this game works really different. It's this market here and it makes money as the wave goes on instead of just all at the start. Alright, so I got max farms here, and as I'm playing I'm noticing none of the waves are really like a lot harder than the last, which is a big problem in TDX and TDS even, especially in hardcore, where you're completely fine one wave and then the next you could just be completely doomed. As a matter of fact, this game was one of the first to introduce the 2-path tower system, at least inside of Roblox. This feels really chill. Also, look at the enemy designs. These are pretty unique. I mean, no other tower defense game really designs them like this. This was really cool at the time. But anyways, it's time to start working on my late game DPS, the electricizers. These are unique in that they do more damage if an enemy is far away. This is the only game that I know that's done this. So if an enemy is like right here, this thing is going to switch into close targeting and it's going to do like very little damage. But if enemies are out here, yeah, this thing absolutely destroys. So I'm just going to put a bunch of them down. And also, they have extremely cool attacks. It's like the modern day Ranger and TDS, took a page out of these guys' books. There we go, we got Ali. I'm gonna play some Bugglers now. These are like the commanders of this game. I'm gonna place 3. Here comes the Saber Champion in the dialogue. This is a boss that we're gonna be seeing pretty soon. And here it is. This boss has one of my favorite themes of any boss ever. I have no idea why that is. But anyways, all of these electricizers should make quick work of this thing. I can even use a Buggler ability to boost everything up. And there we go, Saber Champion completely torn apart. Now, there's currently a theme song playing. That's what I really like that Tower Blitz does. It has this sort of ambience in between bosses and before, the very extreme stuff. Kind of like hardcore in TDS on wave 45, which in all honesty does a lot for the game's atmosphere. Now here comes Ignitus, or Ignitus, however you want to pronounce it. I'm working on getting top path electricizers because they do extremely heavy damage. And I got one bottom path because this one, it has chain damage. So when it shoots, you can see a green kind of line that connects multiple enemies. So that helps out in crowds. But yeah, top path doesn't have a switch, so it does high damage no matter how close or far the enemies are. And it just does a ton of damage in general. Now here is the boss. This is absolutely insane boss design. Almost nothing like it has been seen, and this game's really far ahead of its time. And as it's starting to seem like we're actually making quick progress here, Ignitus enters his rage mode, recolors the map, stops taking damage completely as he gets a shield. He goes into a second rage mode as well, turning the whole map into a hellscape. He actually manages to stun like everything I have, but it's too late for the fella. There he goes down. Now, with the state of the normal modes being pretty nice and fun, it's time to check out what the ongoing event is, where we will also talk about why, of course, Tower Blitz went from having its once glorious 10k players to now having nearly none. So it appears I've already beaten Sub-Zero Dam probably like last year, but this works kind of like the Knight system did in TDS, where you gotta beat one, then you can beat the other, and so on. Now this is an incredibly confusing map. There's 3 paths and no arrows. Great. Market also happens to be banned from events, so it's completely useless in my loadout. But here's what we're looking at. Enemies enter from these 2 sides and exit over there. And by the looks of it, snipers are way too bad to handle the early game. It looks like we're making things work here with Demo Man, and also, whenever we skip, we get a ton of money, so that's helping out a lot. I'm gonna skip to get an artillery man here, and then I'm gonna get a bottom path sniper, because that's pretty powerful. And I lost. Wow, this is pretty hard. Let's grab Gunslinger. This thing's real strong. Clearly not strong enough. Tech Blade. Yeah, this wave might actually just straight up be impossible. Okay, here's how we live. We drop a nuclear bomb right here. That's all I can really think of. And yeah, as it turns out, that was the solution. Okay, let's drop another bomb because there's a lot of stuff right there. Don't want to die to it. And yeah, I just survived the impossible wave. Wow, pretty impressive. Probably time to get a bugler or a bugler. Actually, that's the real way I think you pronounce it. Oh god, there's so much stuff. Can I drop the bomb on time? Yes, I can. Oh my god, that was barely enough. Right, I've done no damage to this guy over here, so time to get one of these demolitionists and quickly drop this bomb. I might have missed. That won't be good. I really don't. This is really hard. Like, actually just really hard. I'm gonna try using Elite because I know that penetrates. So there's a big issue with the targeting system that, like, it doesn't attack the enemies in front. It depends on the path that the enemies are on. And that's actually a huge L on Tower Blitz's part because it's really preventing me from getting through some of these hard waves. I'm going to do one final attempt here and show you what I do, also while explaining everything that I said I was going to explain. So of course Tower Blitz has barely any players today. This has been talked about plenty of times, not by me, but what a lot of people say is that there wasn't really a grind to it. You know, TDS with their golden skins and hardcore towers, or TDX with Warship and even Golden Juggernaut, which takes just absolutely forever to get. Those games you can play for a very long time because there's an objective in the form of these very good endgame towers. Tower Blitz, however, isn't like that. I mean, you could probably get everything within, I don't know, 40 hours, perhaps even less, and that doesn't really make, you know, for a great long-term player count, simply because people are gonna quickly, you know, run out of things to grind for, and there's not gonna be much of a reason to play anymore. But yeah, here's the thing that was really problematic last time. Hopefully this Elite is going to help out against it. Oh yeah, and here comes a ton of enemies. I'm gonna do a preemptive bomb drop because, you know, I just want to help out some of the stuff, take it out. And the Elite is greatly helping to melt down the defense of this stuff. Now we're actually taking out everything fun, yeah, so the Elite definitely helps out. But I think I should return here to the topic at hand, which was the death of Tower Blitz. I don't think it was just the grind. I also think it was the lack of updates, honestly. You can't have an update schedule as bad as TDS's old one without having an established player count. But this game went ahead and did it anyways. Okay, let's drop a bomb here just because, I mean, you could see how much stuff there is. It would help out quite a bit. Here comes our first mini boss here, the Diminisher. Yeah, that's not so good looking. We're tearing down the shield. There we go. It's down. Gonna drop another bomb right here. Then I'm gonna start working on a bottom path Elite because it has a really strong ability that it's going to allow me to get a ton of damage in on this guy. And here it is. Let's use it on the Diminisher here. And in fact, let's get yet another Elite. Combination of all of that was more than enough. Oh goodness, this is a lot of stuff. Let's nuke it. That just broke all of their shields. Now let's nuke this spot. And as a matter of fact, let's upgrade this. And I think that's going to help out. And as scary as this is, I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, we're good. Let me get a top path max demolitionist because this thing has an explosion radius like the size of the earth. And there's another diminisher. Great. Let's test out one of these new and improved nukes. Actually, I don't think that was the new and improved one, but that's fine. I'm going to get some stun bait out here for these bosses. Because, oh yeah, there's a mechanical bugler. As a matter of fact, let's start using my abilities on the mechanical bugler here. Taking out some damage off of him. Let's see what's up here. A bomb would probably be pretty useful. And let's keep using these abilities because they actually do so much damage. And one ability, two ability in a second here. Yeah, final ability. There we go. Dead. Here comes another diminisher and mechanical bugler. My god, this is difficult. Also, let me say, I stopped making videos on this game, even though, you know, got over 1 million views, the one that I made. I stopped making videos because the community was terrible. They hated me, so I made no videos, and now look at their game, it's dead. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. But here we go, taking out the mechanical bugler like it's nothing. That was absolutely unfun. I'm placing more bait snipers. Ton of stuff is coming in on this round. You know, let's drop a bomb. This does 500 damage, I think, to everything in range, so that's gonna make quite a big dent in the amount of enemies there are. Here come 2 mechanical buglers and a diminisher. I'm gonna put more bait in the form of snipers. And now let's use one of my abilities to boost my stuff up. Yep, absolutely tearing this thing down. Let's drop bomb on 2 of these mechanical buglers at once. And here we are on the final wave. We got some pretty fire music playing. And also I noticed those ornaments are breakers. TDS literally just they grabbed the breakers and, you know. Actually, I have no idea which one came first, so I can't really say. Anyways, let's get a few more of these top path max elites. These things do so much DPS. Looks like a pretty good time to drop a bomb. I mean, you can see how much stuff there is. And here comes a combustor. That's a very strange name for a boss. But yeah, let me get a couple top path snipers here and set them on Strawn. I think that would be not very terrible to do. But yeah, let's take out this mechanical bugler, preferably as quick as possible. Also, reach the placement limit on elites. So, time to spam top path max snipers. Let's drop a bomb right there while we can. And I'm at my placement limit for everything. Okay, time to start spamming elite abilities on this guy because they are gonna be of great help. But these elite abilities are missing, and you know, that's pretty detrimental. Yeah, they do no damage to this combustor. They're supposed to do like 3,000 damage. Can I get a shot on it? Yeah, I think it's immune to them. Well, it's great to know that now, but too late, I'm dead. Honestly, that's total BS because there's no indicator that one of your strongest defense forces is now completely useless. But besides that, it's a fun event. And also the state of Tower Blitz, not very terrible in 2024. You can still play it and have fun. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be many updates, and they've only ever added like 4 or 5 towers in the whole time the game's been out. But that's it. Again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Goodbye.